This month's channel of the month is Mikeinoid. What's up, gamers? It's Gamin Thunder. I'm reacting to our third channel of the month, my man Mikeinoid. And this is one of his best videos with Skylanders, in my opinion, called Skylanders for Life. He's talking about the Skylanders series, and it's got some funny skits in there. So you guys gotta check this out. If you're a SkyTuber like him, or any other SkyTubers who's a fan of Mikeinoid, and I dare you to test your fandom against me. But anyway, this video is for you, Mikeinoid. It's mild violence and language. He's giving a warning. That's how you know they care.
Ugh. I didn't even drink that much. Wait a minute.
Drinking's a real problem, guys. Let's watch.
It's not Wednesday morning.
Dude, you have a reason why you have to be tied up? Oh no, it's Darth Vader! Skylanders portal. Oh boy, this does not look good for him. 4. Dang, look at his collection. You gotta agree, he's got a sick collection. More sick than mine. Disney Infinity. Yeah, Skylanders are better. Like, way better. Speaking of which, there they are. Yeah, he's got a lot of Skylanders. No wonder why he's a great SkyTuber.
What the hell?
How did they get out? It's a dope song. Dope intro too.
Take me away to this magical world. I feel like I'm trapped, I can't take
Might
it
get copyrighted for this, unsigned, but I don't care. Okay, I actually do care. It's been a problem for me too much.
My wounds need to be healed. Imagine with me and you can rebuild.
He's got some nice Skylanders.
Please don't let
I'm trying to
me
collect
feel
Skylanders
the
again too.
world.
It's been a while since I collected them.
Darkness has already whirled, but I'm running out of space. Get this chaos out my base. I'll take back the sky. Let's bring back the light and ride with me into the night. I'll take back the sky. Let's bring back the light and ride with me into the night.
That is epic. That's all from his videos. Fun fact, that's from all sorts of videos he had. He's got the Chaos on Skylander too, just like me. But he didn't have to pay $100 for it. There's his kick intro.
What's going on, guys? This is Mikeinoid, and today, Skylanders, and a little bit of more Skylanders, followed by Skylanders, and then Skylanders. Oh, did I mention Skylanders? Skylanders has been the talk of the town recently on the channel. The series is reaching its 10-year anniversary, and a lot of people like myself have been getting nostalgic.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since Skylanders was first released,
and
it's still really good.
Video game franchise that
really
found
wish they would
major
make
success
a,
in sales. It wasn't the first
something.
Toys to Life game. Hell, it wasn't even the first time toys were used with video games. One of the first, if not the first toy that was compatible with video games was Rob the Robot. That was used for Gyromite and Stack Up for the NES in 1985. The very first Toys to Life game was UB Funkies. This 2007 computer game
not
created
that
by
good.
Mattel used a hub that connected to the PC
I haven't
and
played it
small
before, but
figures that
it
worked
doesn't
as
really look that
playable
good.
characters in the game. The series discontinued in 2010, but the series was popular enough to get their own Wendy's Kids Meal toys. Oh yeah, and then there was
cool.
Vamps. Feelings, attitudes, moods, and personalities use figures and a hub as well.
What, they're
Each
kinda
figure
like
unlocked
people?
their own games. However, Vamps was more of an application that allowed you to customize your desktop and emails. After those games came to an end, Skylanders was born. I remember seeing the commercial for it back when I was in 6th grade. It's the purple dragon! I knew it's Spyro, but I never played a Spyro game before, but seeing him and a bunch of fun-looking characters as toys that worked in a video game blew my mind. I actually ended up getting the Xbox 360 starter pack for Christmas of 2011, alongside the triple pack that consisted of Hex, Dino-Rank, and Zap. Honestly, these were great characters to start playing the game with. You have 5 elements to get through the elemental gates with, and 6 characters with different playstyles. I actually beat the game with these 6 figures, and I will admit that I had fun. The game felt short. That's most likely due to the fact that I was missing the other 3 elements, so I couldn't explore all the levels, and those 6 Skylanders were fully maxed out to level 10 with their upgrades. There was not much else to do. So I was pretty much done with Spyro's adventure after the first 2 weeks of getting the game, and I didn't get another Skylander figure for the next 6 months. I was an 11-year-old bum with no job. A couple of pennies from the couch cushions didn't cover the cost of a single Skylanders figure.
Reached through the couch cushions to get change?
Into collecting the
we've
entire
all done
Spyro's Adventure roster was getting the 3DS starter pack. Not only did I receive 2 Skylanders of elements I didn't have, but I got another way of playing Skylanders.
Okay,
the game
but not
isn't
as good as
necessarily
the
perfect
console
or even
version
superior
for sure.
to the console versions, but what made the 3DS version great was the fact that you can hold 2 different Skylanders at a time and switch between them just by tapping the bottom screen. I really like this game. However, it was hard to replay because you always had to play the levels with the Hector time limit. I'm just trying to explore the level. Why does this guy keep chasing
Skylanders?
me?
You gotta carry a big bag full of them.
Versions of Spyro's Adventure reignited my desire to get all of them. I had to do some hunting.
Was that Slam Bam?
No, not that type of hunting, numbnuts. Skylander hunting was a popular term that refers to going to different retail stores to look for Skylanders. The stores I went to the most were Walmarts. These were the closest stores near home, and I would go with my parents whenever they needed to pick up some stuff. Target and Best Buy were my secondary stores if Walmart didn't have anything. And Toys R Us was a luxury. Toys R Us wasn't necessarily far from my home, but they weren't as accessible as the other stores.
Yeah, I went to
but
Toys R Us to get Skylanders back then too.
Was their
Walmart
prices. I understand that they had more space for Skylanders, but was tagging an extra $1 really worth it? As a kid, every dollar felt important, so Toys R Us was either a last resort or when I needed to get those legendary figures. Eventually, I was able to grow my Spyro's Adventure collection. I got single packs, triple packs,
built
and
up a
adventure packs
real big
until
collection.
I needed one more figure to complete the roster. In Whamshell. There were some pretty hard Skylanders to find back in the day. I actually consider myself lucky that I picked up Camo and Warnado at a GameStop, which was the one and only time I've ever seen them on shelves. But seeing Whamshell on a shelf was a myth to most people, including myself. So I did what any other desperate kid did. I paid a scalper fee of $30 on eBay just to finish off the collection. This may not be my proudest moment in Skylander hunting, but it was a great sight to see
make you
all 32
buy
Skylanders
something
in
for a
one place.
ridiculous
Plus,
price.
I think this Whamshell set a mindset I would have collecting Skylanders in the future. So yeah, I got the main
I'm pretty sure he's happy to have Whamshell
4 legendary Skylanders and Dark Spyro, and I finished just in time because after finishing off Spyro's Adventure, Giants came out a month later. I picked up the Skylanders Giant Starter Pack for the Xbox 360 on October 7th of 2012, alongside Swarm because one Giant wasn't enough. T-Rex is one of the most common Skylander figures out there, mainly because
you gotta get another Giant so that way you get, in case T-Rex dies, just have another one.
If you had a copy of Giants, you had T-Rex. This character was my go-to Giant. I mean, he had melee, speed, range attacks, so he was very versatile. Of course, I still use core Skylanders, especially my old ones, so I would level
Giants
them up
are strong, but they are
I planned
really
on
slow.
just collecting the 8
really
Giants
slow.
and 8 new Skylanders. The Spyro Adventure figures worked fine, so I didn't need to buy the same figure twice. Or so I thought. Listen, I just ended up buying a bunch of triple packs. I just ended
They
up
did
with
bring
all
back
the
a lot of
24 Series 2 figures.
Skylanders.
And since I'm just throwing my money around, I might as well get the 8 Lightcore figures. And you know what? I really hated money, so I got the Battleground starter pack from GameStop. I didn't even own an Apple device. I just spent $40 for the Royal Double Trouble. I eventually got the 3DS starter pack, which I'm
some
still
people
salty
just
about since
get
I
something
ended
from
up with an
Skylanders
extra
just to get the
T-Rex
figure.
and Cinder.
I mean,
Giants
wouldn't
for
you?
the 3DS pretty much felt
Unless
the
you just
same
go to
as
eBay
far
or
as
something.
Adventure, although it was more replayable since you didn't have to finish levels within a certain time. But Giants on the consoles was fun. I just felt like it was more of the same with Spyro's Adventure.
At least they don't
Skylander
time
hunting
you
during the
in
Giants era
Giants.
went a lot
You
better
still
for me
have to
than Spyro's
just have
Adventure,
only
despite the
2
larger number of
Skylanders in
figures
there.
to buy. Last game
That's
I had
still
a
a
late
problem.
start, so it was much easier to keep up with each wave. Thankfully, I can sleep like a baby knowing I have Lightcore Pop Fizz. But
He's
there
got
was
Pop Fizz,
one Lightcore
sleeping right
figure
next
I
to
was
him.
missing. In fact, it was the only Skylander on the Giants poster I was missing. Lightcore Hex. And it wasn't because I couldn't find her, it was because she wasn't out yet. Lightcore Hex would release the same day as Skylanders Swap Force, the third game.
You guys haven't noticed that Swap Force is Mikeinoid's favorite game in Skylanders series.
With Lightcore Hex and the Skylanders Swap Force starter pack for the Xbox 360 and the starter pack for the 3DS. This was the only time I got both starter packs on day one because I had a garage sale and made a good amount of money selling my to make room for new I don't remember what I sold, but I know I did pretty good because the day before I got Pokemon X and Y, and I got Nitro Magnet Charge from Target.
If you got a lot of money, you could buy both starter packs.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend. Now, I was really excited for Swap Force, not just because the game got a graphical overhaul and the ability to jump, but I really wanted the Swap Force figures. There's something really satisfying from attaching and detaching the figures, and seeing something weird like this was so much fun. Swap Force was such a fantastic Skylanders game in my opinion. There were a lot of changes to this game that many people didn't like, which is understandable. Swap Force was developed by Vicarious Visions rather than Toys for Bob, so there were a lot of changes. The levels are noticeably longer, but I don't think I cared when I played it back in 2013. I mean, I was a kid, I didn't have much to do anyways. All I knew was that the game was beautiful to look at, fun to play, and had a good mix of new and returning Skylanders to collect. The 3DS version is also my favorite Skylander game on the 3DS, mainly because it introduced the feature of keeping your entire library in the game, rather than 2 at a time.
Look at
Honestly, Swap Force on the 3DS
finally made
the
that
franchise
Skylanders games from the 3DS
Skylander hunting for me went pretty well in the Swap Force era. I made sure I kept up when waves would come out using the Skylanders characterless website. This website isn't an official Skylanders website, but it might as well should have been because of how useful it was. I went to this website way more than the official Skylanders website. Not because I was keeping up with the Skylander waves, but I just liked looking at the pictures of the Skylanders I still needed. I want you. The last Swap Force figure I needed from the original 56 Skylanders was Doomstone, and he was actually pretty easy to get. But the last Skylanders I needed were Molten Hot Dog and Jade Flashwing from Giants, and the Dark Edition Skylanders, and Legendary Free Ranger from Swap Force. I got Molten Hot Dog, Jade Flashwing, and Legendary Free Ranger from eBay. Not as bad as the web shop, but it was the only way I can get these figures since I couldn't get them from stores. And I finally got the Dark Edition starter pack for the Wii from GameStop at a discounted price. Did I even play the game on the Wii? No, not when it looks like that. But I did manage to finish the 3DS library of 174
the Wii version of Swap Force,
I was pretty proud of myself for getting all these figures. It was satisfying to know that I can play as every character.
It's easier just to get that more powerful console like an Xbox or PlayStation than trying to play it.
Across the 3 game. And then Trap Team came out. Trap Team was the time I reached peak excitement for a Skylanders game. There were rumors of Skylanders leading into a racing game or some other gimmicks, but no one predicted little crystals that would capture villains that would allow you to play as them in the game. I was even excited for the 3DS version. The 3DS versions always did pretty good with making the toys compatible, so with the addition of a Chaos Trap,
the 3DS versions for Skylanders is...
Don't get me wrong, I like that the 3DS had their own stories and they had their own villains, but the idea of seeing chaos in the 3DS version was still pretty cool. But then they announced that traps aren't even compatible in the 3DS version. What the hell? 3DS version just made traps oversized toothpicks. I mean, they don't do
He's
anything
violating
in the game.
that
And
trap
the
with
3DS
his
starter
teeth.
pack didn't even include an exclusive
I would not
in-game
want to use
variant.
that trap
This
after
was
that.
the only 3DS starter pack I didn't buy brand new. I just bought the game used from GameStop for like $5 and used one of my old portals. And the game isn't even that good. I mean, it's fine,
Yeah, I
but
played it
definitely
before,
not
actually.
as worth playing as the other 3DS
I don't like
games.
it,
I mean, the first trappable villain you fight in the console versions is a sheep. Why would you think I would care about one as a final boss? So
I don't know. They probably
pre-ordered the
ran
Trap
out of
Team starter
ideas
pack
for
the
villains.
Xbox One at Target, which got me the Outlaw Bra and Chain Trap. Got myself a Nitro Crypt King and went to GameStop to pick up a gear shift that I pre-ordered, which was the only way you can get the figure early before it was released in a later way. The
smart
game
shopping
was okay. I had fun with trapping and playing villains. In fact, it's one of my favorite gimmicks from the Skylanders series. I mean, you just have so many cool characters, man. You got the piece of broccoli, you got a ninja crow in there, you got a whole pinata with a lollipop, and it's still pretty cool. You can play as a chompy, but there was always something off about Trap Team that I didn't quite catch when I played the game in 2014. But looking back at the game now, it's as clear as night and day, or should I say dark and light. I hated the dark and light elements. Not because both elements had two Skylanders
and the joke
each,
not
even
really
though
impressed.
it's part of it. The dark and light elements were Skylanders' worst kept secret. These elements were rumored months before their adventure packs
I don't really
released,
see anything
and the
much
game was
special
so
about
buggy
the dark
that
and
you
light.
could go inside these gates despite having Eon telling you you need an unknown element. Don't even get me started with those bugs, man. I don't blame Toys for Bob as much for releasing the game in an unfinished state. I put the blame mainly on Activision for making the decision to release a Skylanders
he's
game
spitting
every
facts
year.
right here.
Listen, I had as much fun with the game as I possibly can, yet somehow I ended up with more starter packs than any other Skylander game. I bought the Dark Edition pack for the Wii, which
he's
came with
collected
a
a lot
download
of starter
code of
packs.
Trap Team for the Wii U, and a PS4 starter pack I got as a gift. I also found a Wii U starter pack from a garage sale,
Look
so
at
we
that.
can go
4
ahead
starter packs.
and put this food fight with the others. So I might have a problem. Trap Team also
nah,
makes
it's not a
Skylander
problem,
less
it's a
fun.
hobby.
There were just two
You guys haven't known that Mikeinoid collects a lot of food
having
fights,
the largest
like a lot of
roster
them.
characters, but having to buy traps as well, and 8 $25 figures that came in display cases, it got pretty
Those things are really rare
to be fair,
to find
I did
them.
kind of get into
In
a
the
different
box,
Toys
at
to Life
least.
franchise, Nintendo's Amiibo.
Get them out of here. I'm back. It's a Skylander talk.
Disney released Disney Infinity back in 2015.
Get that trash out of there
too.
too.
Disney Infinity never really grabbed my attention, despite the
Now
Sandbox
get it out
mode
of
and
there.
Marvel superheroes.
This
I just wasn't
Skylander
attracted
talk.
to Disney characters as most were. I'd rather sit down and get to know a random fire chick.
You want to date with her?
Traffic must have been crazy getting
yeah,
here
go
from
for
the
it.
Mill. So I had a question. If your hair is on fire, does that mean the rest of you are...
I don't think she was happy about that.
It was a legit question!
I mean, yeah, that does sound legit.
Had this great
sounds like a
idea
legit
to take
question.
This original idea from Smash Bros. On the GameCube and turn it into a real thing. Well, actually, Nintendo's first attempt were those small Pokemon NFC toys that worked in Pokemon Rumble U. But who even remembers those? I don't know, but they're stupid expensive now. I'm a huge fan of Nintendo.
Those things more expensive than Skylanders or Amiibos.
Honestly, I don't even consider Amiibo Toys of Life at this point. I mean, they're just like cool figures that you just unlock stuff with, while Toys of Life is more of using the toys and becoming the character in the game. Anyways, I wasn't able to come close to getting all of the Trap Team figures. I mean, some of them were just hard to find, and some didn't even release outside of Australia for some reason. And since the game was a letdown for me, this is when I started to fall out of Skylanders.
Look a little bit like Chompies.
In 2015, Activision
Superchargers, let's go!
Skylanders
Superchargers is my favorite, that in the Skylander series.
Oh, now the rumors
You guys
are
know
true.
that if you watch my
Honestly, I
videos.
wasn't too excited for this game, and I knew that the starter packs would eventually go on sale. Wait, is that a Bowser Skylander. I pre-ordered
Yep, it's
the 3DS
Bowser.
version of Superchargers from GameStop, which came with this special comic. I'm not gonna lie, I played this game quite a bit. It even got me to get Fiesta and Gilbert
Yeah, the
with their
3DS version of
respective
Superchargers,
vehicles. I even got the
pretty
Nitro
good,
Stealth
but
Stinger
not as
to
good
pair
as
up with
hands out the
Stealth
actual
Mode.
console
The game
version.
focuses
Like I keep
on the
telling you
racing
about it.
aspect, but I was okay with that. It was a game that's easy to just pick up and play, and when I finished, I just moved on. Just like I predicted, the starter packs went on sale, so I picked up the Wii U starter pack that came with
Skylanders
Donkey
hunting
Kong
again.
and his vehicle. I played
Not
through
that
the
type of
majority
hunting.
of the game,
No,
and I even
nuts.
bought some more figures, including Spitfire, Cyclops, and their vehicles used from GameStop. However, I never got to finish the game. I didn't even think the game was bad, I just kind of dropped out. I was in 11th grade at this time, and I kind of grew tired of the series. I knew Imaginators was coming out when Activision revealed it
The final
at
game of the series,
2016's
Imaginators.
E3, but I just never
I mean,
followed it.
it's good and
my
all, but
excitement
I
went
wouldn't say
into
it's the
Nintendo
best.
NX to come out,
I
which
mean,
is what we know as the
Superchargers and
Switch
Swap
today.
Force,
Games like The
they're
Legend of
definitely
Zelda
better.
Breath of the Wild, ARMS, Mario Kart for the second time had my interest the most. Skylanders just became a footnote in my life, just this fad I was into growing up. So eventually, I just boxed all of my Skylanders away and put them in my closet. I'm not gonna lie, I still wanted to play Imaginators, but I wanted to get it for the Switch. But I wasn't really looking for it when it went on sale when Toys R Us was closing,
I mean,
so I
yeah,
had to get the
you did
game
get
for $100 in
Skylanders
2020.
Imaginators.
I
And I
only
got
used the
Skylanders
King
Imaginators
Golden
out for
Queen
Switch
and
too.
Fire Creation Crystal that came with the game, so I didn't really enjoy my first playthrough. I
Zarby's children sleep with melatonin.
figures throughout the years, and I even got some after the games were discontinued.
Keeps them
but
fresh
it
and
seems like now they just
protected,
take up
I
way
guess.
too much space and seem a bit unnecessary to keep to just play 6 games out of many
Besides,
games
that's a
I
lot of
own, which
Skylanders.
don't require plastic toys to play. I mean, for most games, all you need is the game, the console, and a controller, and you have everything the
Metroid
game has
Dread's
to
good.
offer. So
Game of
why
the year
shouldn't I
for sure.
just get rid of these toys? What's the point of collecting all these figures for just 6 games? Why hassle with setting up a portal and swapping out
Come
a
on,
figure
Mike.
every time
My
I
guy,
wanted to
you
play
know
with a
they're
different
good.
one, or when I needed to unlock something specific in the game? Why should I be invested in a franchise that ended due to oversaturation in the market? Why should I keep playing Skylanders 10 years later?
$1? You just selling them for $1?
Y'all
Oh, you
take
just
up
don't
too
know.
much space. You don't have any purpose outside of 6 games, and some of you smell like mustard. It's over. The garbage man should be
Mustard.
coming soon, and I can finally have a normal life. Peace out. Yes, sir.
Mikeinoid just
County
dumped the
Enchilada I've been
Skylanders?
saving. Wait, what the?
Oh my gosh, Mike! Mike, you okay? Present.
Hey, man. I don't know what you want from me, but I can guarantee you, I don't got anything. I'm broke.
Now we all know that's not true, Mike. Chaos?
The hell are you doing here?
Foolish apprentice!
The real good question
You
is, how did he
played
get in
right into
here?
my hands.
I know he was in here,
And here I am,
I'm
all
back
powerful,
in Giants.
and you are nothing.
But I don't get it.
Finally, you will meet your unimaginable doom.
No, he
So let me
won't.
get this straight.
He's Mikeinoid. And
Kidnapped
he
me.
can get out of there.
Now you're gonna take over the earth. Now that's just being petty. How many times did my Skylanders and I whoop your ass? Hold on, let me carry the 2 divided by 4. 1 billion times! What makes you think you can take over Earth?
Yeah, a
Couldn't even
billion
take over
times. That
Skylands.
he wrecked you, man.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, but there's no way that some dude that looks like a poorly painted Easter egg is going to take over the Earth. Did Glumshakes approve of this plan? Or is he too busy hanging with your mom?
It's a bad idea to mess with chaos.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're gonna pay for that. And
Alright.
if I could read through the screen,
Why do I
and
love
I will
the insults?
beat you up, Chaos. Or die trying.
So you
I
bring
don't
your
know.
army from Skylands over to Earth?
Oh no, that's
Wait, what is that?
yeah, that sign and I are on
That's
good
not from
terms after
Skylands.
that the whole Discord.
No, don't!
No!
Don't you press that! Don't you dare press that! The thing on fire, or is it powering up? Oh, the cavalry has arrived! Look at that, the Skylanders are here!
All fired up!
Get him, Spyro! Go, Bowser! Get him, Treewax!
Suck it up!
Look at that, Mikeinoid. The Skylanders got your back!
For Skylands! What the?
The question is, where's the food fights?
I'm your sling man.
Flare up! Blast off! Ha-ha! Feathers of fury!
Look at this. The Skylanders got your back, Mikeinoid. And they're here for you.
Big head, a little lesson.
Woo! They took down Chaos. They missed you, Mikeinoid. They're not gonna give up on you. You shouldn't either.
Let's go home.
Yeah, man. Bring them home.
Skylanders is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. This series is far from perfect, and each of the 6 games have their own flaws, but I had a lot of fun playing each of these games. In fact, I still had fun playing these games when I revisit them as an adult. And what makes these games are definitely the figures and the
Skylanders
characters.
is a legit
most
great
people
game.
aren't going to know who these characters are, but these characters have really great attacks and really unique personalities that make it worth collecting these figures and trying out each
Remember
character.
that
And sure,
when
that
it
might
was
not
up.
be for everybody, and I understand that. But I feel like Skylanders is such a specific experience that a lot of people like, and I feel like that's pretty cool. I feel pretty strongly about where I rank each
Nice, the
game.
tier
I'm
list.
definitely a Vicarious Visions guy
Surprised
when
that
it comes to
that actually
Skylanders.
was up.
Yeah, I'm
Turns
fully
out it was
aware of their
actually ranked
issues,
higher.
but those games are so gorgeous to look at, with some of the best gameplay and Skylanders rosters. Imaginators get a lot of hate, but honestly, it's not too bad. Granted, you do need a bunch of creation crystals to enjoy the
I got
best
4
feature of the
creation
game,
crystals,
but
and
if
I'm
you do
pretty
have a
kinda
bunch,
chill
there's
about
a
that.
lot of good amount of playtime. As buggy as Trap Team was, the traps saved the game from being a complete bust. And
Facts.
even though Spyro's Adventure and Giants are at the bottom of my ranking, I only put them there because the other games had more features to offer and more Skylanders to play as. Both of these games
yeah,
are still worth
and
playing as
after
much
those
as
2
the other Skylander
games,
I have
and
no
they're more like
idea
beta
if
tests,
Activision will
and now,
ever bring
look
back
at
the
them now.
Skylander franchise. It seems like they don't really have much effort to keep supporting Crash and Spyro. It was cool that we got remakes of Crash and Spyro games, and even Crash 4, It's About Time. However, Activision
Yeah,
and
the Crash
Toys for
Bandicoot
Bob
games are good.
extremely
So the Spyro
focused on
games.
other things at the moment. Crash, Spyro, and the Skylander games have an unclear future to say the least, but the series is still heavily supported by the Skylanders community. People are still playing the games, whether they're revisiting them after some time, or
He's
trying
bringing
to
up
speedrun or complete
SkyTubers.
blocks, or 100% complete them, or even trying
That
out new
SkyTuber has
Skylanders that
105.
came in the mail. There's a bunch of playthroughs of these games that are still happening now. There's always a live stream of someone playing their original
And
copy
he's
of the
pulling
game,
up
or even
a
using an
lot of
emulator to get the
SkyTubers.
best gameplay quality possible. And I just love
Dig it?
seeing
I thought
people's
he said
Skylander
Diglett.
collections. You have so many people that have small collections that are either just starting out or trying to recollect the figures
I mean,
they
I
sold
did a
in the
collection
past,
of
and big
Skylanders
collections
with
from
my
all of the
recognition.
games that consist of Lycors, Giants, Chase variants, traps, creation crystals, and a bunch of Skylander merch. If you want Skylanders content, you can always rely on your favorite SkyTubers. These channels
Yeah,
that
you gotta
focus on
get
bringing
your favorite
regularly scheduled
SkyTubers.
Skylanders content are dedicated to the games and will dissect every aspect of them. You can count on these channels to give their opinions on their favorite Skylanders, talk about how realistic their designs and attacks are, show us how to do custom paint jobs on our
Nice.
favorite Skylander figures, and talk about why the series is still important today. The community is actually pretty small, where you can reach out to any members and have a
infamous
discussion about the
Robo.
franchise. There's a lot of great content out there
Man,
showing no sign of
don't treat your
slowing down,
Skylanders
and
like
I'm
that.
glad we have a great variety of channels that are still celebrating, or perhaps even decided to return to the series. I'm glad I've held on to all of my Skylander figures, even though I don't have a place to properly display them and I have to keep them in this big plastic bin. It keeps the figures safe and dust-free. My collection of Skylanders reminds me of how much fun the series was and that I will always be able to
Terrafin
revisit
hooked
the
you up with
Skylanders
$5.
franchise at any time. All I know
You're gonna
is
have to
I'll
own
be ready
back
for
though.
the next Skylanders game. But I don't think my wallet will be. And that's going to be it for today's
His
video.
wall won't be
Let me
ready for the
know
next
what some of
Skylanders
your
game.
favorite Skylander
Don't worry, man, it's not gonna
experiences
happen
are
for a
down in the
while.
comments below. Thank you guys for watching,
Sad,
and
though.
of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Alright, fine, y'all can play us out. Now I'm gonna get those enchiladas.
Yeah, go get that enchiladas. You deserve them after that attack.
Locked and loaded. So on the track, you know I'm rolling. Slam bam too, you know I'll be sliding. Bus shooting at the arcade.
It's a dope song.
We got money!
Bumper blast, honey. Jawbreaker came with the gang, it ain't funny.
All 900.
He keeps coming. I'ma keep erupting and I'll keep thumping. Oh yeah, show 'em what you got, Spyro.
Man, this is a dope song. Wow, when's this coming out on Spotify?
Venture calls Spyro Evolve.
Venture calls.
Look, I am the OG. You do not know me. You roly-poly. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't exist. Skylanders owe me. You know how I do. Ain't no fool, boy. I'm real cool. Flame balls hit you in the booth, boy. I'm real smooth.
Locked and loaded. So on the track, you know I'm rolling. Slam bam.
Okay, guys, and that concludes on Skylanders for Life. I'm Mikeinoid. You have done magnificent work on this video. You absolutely killed it. And so be sure to check out this video for yourselves. If you like Skylanders, and if you have a SkyTuber, and that want to be mentioned in here. I got Skylanders too, so hopefully soon I'll get more collection of them. So thanks for watching this video. So subscribe to our channel. I'm Mikeinoid, and don't forget to check out Video Games for Fun and Spidey Gaming. And so come like and subscribe, join my Discord. Alright, I'll see you guys with more videos. This is Gaming Thunder, sign out.